Oh, we're live. That's quite quick. Welcome to session 22 of In Eloth's Footsteps, which so far is untitled, but is now titled Hope. I just hadn't come up with the title when I started the Hangouts. But anyway, we've had a little mini break, and we're doing it on a different day for the first time, I think, ever. For this campaign, which is interesting. But yeah, we will start introducing the players, and then we'll do a quick loop round of what happened last time, and then we will get started. So, Jack.
Sorry, give me a minute.
Louis.
I am playing Rail Ending. I'm ready, you see. It took me long enough, but I am. I am playing Rail Ending, half-elf wizard. I'm starting to lose track of what kind of frame of mind she's in. Slightly confused and still quite impressed with some of the new spells that she's learned, particularly the one that lets her transform at will into a dragon, which is definitely cool. Yeah, I think that will pretty much cover that moment.
Jack, you ready now?
Yes, I'm playing Finn Frostman Fireforge, for short, or Finn. Yeah, I'm a dwarf, inventor of golf, as I like to think, and yeah, on the ride.
Tom?
I'm Jamral Galandra, or Jamral Galandra for short, who's a human rogue and also has quite the past in terms of involvement with some kind of church cult, which I remember some of.
Exactly.
It's been a while.
Yeah. Along for the ride, there's also our elusive player Jacob's character, who, because of work, sometimes turns up, sometimes can't. But he might be here, he might not, we'll see. But he's playing Varys Galondel, I think, a dark elf ranger, who joined the group after their first little adventure, as it were. And or did the Zoom thing again. And there's also Hammond Godsblood, who is a Celesti, who has been escorting the rest of the group and learning and focusing on his magic skills, as similar to Vial is. Last time, the party were on their way with Delthor of Sagil to Eloth Fawa, when they discovered that some of the later stages of the worms, or in fact the later stage, where they were essentially siege weapons, already seemed to be a thing. As Vaya was flying around, and a large metal sphere got shot into the air at her, when she was a dragon, this is. And they soon discovered that indeed these siege weapons were there with the cultists under more of the, what we'll just call, army camouflaging nets things. They also encountered the city's night guard, who were trying to think of a way to raid this thing without being killed, basically. And with the players' help, with Vial dragoning stuff, and Varys, Harren, and Jamril killing stuff, and Findon being swung off stuff and then pelted into the air on a giant cannonball, they eventually won and destroyed the creature, many of the cultists, and captured the remaining cultists. You then made your way into the city, where you got the next of the keys, which was much easier than last time. And you spent a few days with Delthor, and you went and saw Apos, gave him some of the material from the siege creature that was outside, and generally just had a little bit of relaxation before you were going to the next place. So, we start this session in a tavern. Not a tavern that you were in, but one far from you, on the other side of Equil, where the war against the worms is far bigger. Towns have been lost, many people have been killed, and it is a group of soldiers who are near one of the battlegrounds after a battle to defend this village. And it was a success, but at cost. And they're talking about what's going to happen and how they are not sure on if they can defeat this threat. And one of them says to their commander, "Sir, tell them that story that you told me earlier, the one about the the people, the ones who were with the towery things." And the commander smiles and says, "Okay, well, there were rumors from other cities and from people traveling the lands of a small group traveling from city of Eloth to city of Eloth, collecting something he left behind so they can stop this destruction forever. But who are they?" asks another one of the men. "Not many people know their names. A traitor, an outcast, an orphan, a wanderer, and a learner. Apart they were mere people, as are we all. But together they became so much more. They became our hope, our light in these dark times, the slayers of worms, the protector of Equil's people, the collectors of Eloth. They have many names that I've heard. The collectors, Eloth's hand, the phantom wanderers, but I simply know them as hope." The men smile, hearing this, maybe for the first time in a few days, a week. And the captain gets his glass and stands and says, "We drink to them, wherever they are, whatever they are doing, to hope." And we transition to Findon and the rest of you just sitting awake in your beds, probably for a good few hours at this point. You had got a bit of sleep, and then Findon had come back from the local tavern.
Sorry, every now and then when it just gets too much, you just see Rael mutter and twitch, and the snoring, the worst of the snoring, stops for a minute as Mage Hand just like pinches his nose and possibly just like covers his mouth. And he goes, "What?" But it doesn't last for too long, unfortunately.
Mm.
Oh, if only I had prestidigitation, I could make it really loud.
You can't use that for making it quiet, can you? I haven't learned silence yet.
So yeah, you've been relaxing, studying, but largely relaxing for the past few days. Sleeping quite a lot. You've not had much sleep before this, but you've been sleeping a bit more now that you've had the chance. Waiting for yourselves to head off to the next city of Eloth. And it's at this point that Delta knocks and enters. morning, or early afternoon, actually, by this point. I gather you didn't get much sleep. Kind of eyes at Findon.
Not once he got back.
Yes.
Uh,
He'd kind of go over to him and say, "Oi, dwarf! Up! You need to listen to this."
and then like had a good night's sleep, you know. Just Rez said like, yeah, just normal.
Well, I'm glad you had a good night's sleep.
Because we bloody didn't. Aaron completes your sentence.
That's a shame. You guys should really, you know, get bed earlier.
So, I'm going to show you the map now. It's been a long time since I've shown you this. So, I don't know how you better see it, but you started here.
It's a bit
In
dark.
Fringe. I'm going to turn on a light because I've just realised I can't actually see anything.
Yeah.
Give me one moment.
Ah, it's horrible.
Whoa.
It's now brighter.
Ah,
You
yes.
started over here in Fringe.
Okay.
And you travelled down here to Rivian, where you met Varys, and got your first stone. You then went all the way over this way to Eloth Jemmy for reasons. And
That
Denton,
was Jerry.
Jemmy,
Damn it.
For reasons we're not entirely convinced about at this point, but
yes. You then went back up on yourself to Eloth Raw up here.
well, that was stupid. Why didn't we go there first?
Eloth Raw.
Because I'd been forgetting to look at the map that I had.
Then we
You then
to
went
Eloth medium rare.
all the way
To
down
Eloth
here,
medium rare.
back across yourself again
But
to
oh,
Elf Power. And now you're going back up here to Elf Me
oh no.
because I just went, oh, look at the map actually, that I should probably do that, and went, these places aren't actually where I thought they were.
We're a great bunch of adventurers.
So the reason that you've been seen wandering so far is because you've been going past where you've needed to be going.
Repeatedly.
Yeah. But oh well, it's fine. It's great.
Who was what's called Findon in charge of the map or something? Just,
I mean, if Finder was in charge of the map, actually, you'd probably known where you were going.
who was then? We need like.
Well, it was more because the next guardians who were turning up were from those places, and
Oh, yeah.
but yeah. Delphi anyway says, so as you know, your next destination is Eloth Mean. There were no guardians in Eloth Mean. So, yeah. I thought there were, and so did everyone else. And then we sent a message to the watcher there, and we've had nothing back.
What do we do then?
So no, but it's fine. Harren has
Well, we've been past that 6 times in the last 3 weeks, and it's okay every time we walk past.
yes, no, there are people there, and the watcher will still work, but there is no. Essentially, there is no guide. You'd have to make your own way there.
We'll figure it out on our own. We've done pretty well so far with the map.
It's not coming up on my globe of Facebook messaging.
We don't know what was happened. Hopefully, it's. I don't know, but the point is we've wasted enough time waiting around for them, and we need to press on.
We'll be back this way in a week or two. We'll see him then.
Yeah. I'm gonna check that before I do the next one. Yeah.
Sorry. Keep going. I'm fine. Honestly, I'm fine.
Um.
Whenever you're ready.
But if you need anything else or need to make any other preparations before you head off, by all means, do them, and then we should probably get you sent off.
Are we good on fizzlers?
Yep, I think you're good on all of them.
I've got 5 anti-5 stuff.
Oh, okay. Well, I should be alright then. Got a lot of kits. I've got my holy book. Very good. Still got 5 incense.
This religious order that you belong to. We got 5 incest burners.
Well, I'm just going to go ahead and say that actions at the church are strictly classified.
Okay.
Moving swiftly
Moving very swiftly on. You say your goodbyes and farewells to Delthor. And he well, you've got your map. He points what he reckons the safest and best route would be. It's just pretty much a straight line. And yeah, you head off back where you came.
Lovely.
Yeah, what do you guys want to do? Because there's no one leading you anymore. In fact, Harren would say,
Can we put the drow in front? Oh,
is this the dwarf?
do we have a map?
Yes, you have a map.
Provided we don't give it the person that's been leading us so far, we should be all right.
Yeah, right, let's flip that back over. And now we've got the wrong bit. If we flip that back, flip it out that way, and then flip
But this is an area that we've been through before, is it? Or
I
we can
mean,
go through an area that we've been through before.
yeah, pretty much.
So
Like when you came down to it, you went from Eloth Raw.
the thing is that to be honest, without a map, I'm struggling to visualize where we are anyway. So, and trying to remember exactly when we went through which type of terrain was difficult. So what kind of terrain, which of the various terrains we've been through are we traveling?
You'll be traveling, you're kind of in like lots of Zihao is very kind of plateau-y.
This isn't the place with the snakes, is it?
No, that was up here.
Good.
You're
Okay.
traveling here, which is grassland, but not heavy grassland.
Okay, but we've been through there before.
No, you wouldn't have actually been to anywhere near Mesmeline before. You went up, and then you would have cut back down. So, like I say, if I'd actually been looking at the flipping map, you would not have been doing that in this way at all. So it's completely my fault. So, yeah.
Okay, so but do we know what kind of stuff what kind of, and you say grassland, so is it kind of farmland or savannah or
Kind of like, yes, savannah-ish type. Yeah, mainly. Yeah,
okay.
we're gonna go with that.
Can we find anybody from whichever city it is that we're in, because I've forgotten again, who can take us, who could guide us, could come with us as a guide, or at least as a local.
Roll me a d20, Louis.
Oh, good. Would a 4 be good? Not in this
There's
game,
a
no.
polo around.
You fail to find anyone who is
Stupid enough to leave the walls.
yeah, pretty much. Like you find some people who kind of give you some advice on like where not to go. But their advice is kind of just don't leave. More than actually useful, constructive stuff.
How many days travel?
Most people reckon about 4 or 5.
Okay.
Can I make a quick perception check? Because I want this to be my first dice throw.
Perception
Yeah,
check
bit
for
of something.
what?
He wants to see whether or not the
Looking.
Is it
people
gonna
that are
rain?
saying we shouldn't be going are lying.
Yeah,
That'd be insight, but you can make me an insight check.
all right. I just want to make a check now.
If you
Didn't
think
get
that
a 1.
like
So I got a non-natural 20, so I guess the curse has been lifted.
oh, it just knows what you're trying to do.
Yeah, no, when it counts, it'll be a 1.
Probably will. Been reasonably lucky lately.
In which case, can we hire mounts?
You
a good idea.
if you say to Delthor you'd like mounts, there are mounts, so
Okay. Is Delthor coming with us?
he is not.
Right. Okay.
He has to stay at the
In which case, I reckon we hire mounts because that will cut down the time that we're
traversing
traversing the plains. We talk to any local hunters. We talk to anybody we can find who has done any distance. I think the other thing is I'd quite like to have a look through the library in the kind of days before we go to try and get a picture of where are we? To try and get a picture of what kind of dangers we would be facing normally traveling through this region. And as a researcher, I should have a fair idea where I can find that piece of lore from.
Yeah, roll me a intelligence. Yeah, sure.
For pity's sake, who bought these dice? Yeah, that would be a 10,
Okay.
including bonus.
You look through the library, but you're in a bit of a rush because you know you need to be heading off soon. You thought you had a bit longer than you actually did. But what you find out is that there's occasionally goblins or other small goblinoid folk who can use the high grass to advantage, and also occasionally dryads and other forest spirits.
Okay.
So you find it's generally advised that if you see like a foresty kind of area, don't go through it unless you have to.
Okay.
Yeah, and there's occasional like mentions of goblins, but it largely seems that the only real proper danger you've kind of got to walk into to actually have affecting you. Like the goblin mentionings are far less than that of dryads. For every mentioning of dryads, and as to your own knowledge, they're tree spirits, not grass spirits. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rocking.
Cool. So yeah, you guys get mounts fine. That's not a problem. You're essentially like the person that if you have the seal of the guardian, which you do, then you get things. So it's all good.
Okay.
Yeah, you procure mounts. That's not a problem. The guy's just like try and take care of them so that maybe one day I can get them back. But no real pressure if you can't.
We'll do our best.
And yeah, you set off towards the gates. Which, to your surprise, when you get there, are actually open. Because the gate has been closed pretty much the whole time.
Great security.
And you can actually hear one of the guards shouting, "Get him in here! Get him in here quickly!" And as you round the corner, you see another guard, another two guards holding a man who looks like probably a traveller. He's got blood all over his face, and his clothes are in tatters.
Oh God.
And they're just they're dragging him, but not in a way that like he's resisting, but just he's very wounded. They're trying to just get him in.
Okay, I'm gonna jump off my horse, run over, try and help out, and I will drop a fizzler into his mouth at the quickest possible opportunity. Yeah, I'll give him what I've got a couple of apple fizzlers left, so I can drop one of them into his mouth. And as I'm doing that, I'm going to say to one of the guards that's dragging him in, is anything following him out there?
I mean, that seems like really suspicious if you're just running over to someone dropping something in their mouth.
Well, they've got a fair idea who we are, I would have thought.
Yeah,
So,
We are hope.
yeah.
We are the wanderers. We are the grey pilgrims.
Yeah.
You're going to be recognised in every place you try and burgle for the next 20 years. Drinkers all over the Seven Kingdoms are singing songs.
Very good.
It's partly because it's very, very easy to pronounce. God bless him.
Yeah. The guard says no. We saw him trying to make his way. He was staggering. I think he's been walking for miles. We just brought him in as soon as we saw him. We couldn't see anything. He kept looking up. He's still looking up, but we've not seen anything.
Is Varys still with us?
Yeah, Varys is still there.
I'm going to gesture to Varys and say, keep your eyes peeled on the skies.
Okay. He kind of steps aside and just starts looking around.
Do we have a way of checking for worms, by the way?
He doesn't look like I won't make you for you. If you check the usual points of entry for worms, then he seems fine. He's just got like laceration that cuts mainly.
Do the cuts look like? What do the cuts look like they were inflicted by?
Make me a nature roll. Yeah, that's the thing.
That would be a 23.
You can recognize pretty quickly that these are either claw or talon marks.
How large claw and talon marks?
Fairly large.
Kind of oversized red-eyed eagle size talon marks, or
definitely oversized large, but You can't tell the species of.
But that kind of size, the
But
same
that
size.
kind of size, maybe, yeah.
Okay.
After a minute, the man got kind of. Oh, apple. I hate apple. But.
I can cut it back out of you if you'd like.
Yeah, no, thank you. All the same, I know. Apologies, that's not the first thing I should really be saying at this.
I hand him a water skin.
Thank you.
That might take the taste away.
Was it following me? Did you see anything in the skies?
We've seen nothing in the skies. What was it?
Thank goodness for that. Big black thing. I mean, I'd say a giant bird, maybe. So I think it was circling for a long while, and I just thought, well, hopefully it will just leave me alone if I just, just walk, minding my own business and. Nope. I thought I'd got past it, but it came after me, followed me a brief while, and then kind of did all, this. Yeah, then flew off. I saw it for a while, but then my vision got a bit blurry, and I couldn't really tell.
Large and black with red eyes.
Yourself.
Definitely black. I don't remember the eyes, but quite possibly yes. Have you seen
You were
this
by yourself
bird?
at the time?
Yes, yeah, I was. I've been traveling between the cities. I'm a trader, though. Work's been a bit short as of late.
Yeah, not surprised.
No, exactly.
Which city have you come from?
I've forgotten.
He's in a bad way, lads. You can't even remember which city you came from.
I came from Hiramine.
Hiramine isn't where we're going, is it?
Hiramine is also in Mesmanine, which is where Eloth is.
Right. Okay.
It's the capital,
Okay.
but it's close. It's in the same region.
Okay. Was there, other than this bird, was there anything else that we should be aware of on the road?
There's very occasionally there's goblin attacks, but I think the cowards have all gone into hiding with this whole worm nonsense going about. Well, nonsense, the wrong word, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Unless you're stupid enough to walk into one of the dryad forests, I think you'll be fine.
We'll avoid that.
Be careful. Sometimes you don't realise it's a forest. And this sounds silly. Ouch. This sounds silly, but sometimes you don't realise you're in a forest until you're already too deep to get out. I know that might sound... it happened to me once. I thought I was still in the grassland, and the next thing I knew, I was... dense foliage everywhere. If that happens, just keep going. Don't. Trying to turn back is a worse plan at that point than pressing on. I hope that won't happen, but if you're planning to go out there anyway, I think that bird is probably more of an issue if it shows up. I don't even know if there are any dryads in the forests anymore. The last noted encounter of someone disappearing because of them was a good 60 years ago, from what I recall. But that's just accounted for.
Thank you. Hope you recover soon.
You too.
Rael kind of stands up, dusts off her hands, looks at the others and says, well,
Yep. And if you head off,
let's do this shit.
yeah. And the man would call after you. He'd go, "Thank you for your help. May the wanderers of hope guide you."
Rest up. Take it easy. I wouldn't leave town again. Not for a while.
Oh, I don't plan on it.
So they didn't recognise us as the Wanderers of Hope.
You set off.
Do 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 do. Sorry, you're all too young for that. Right.
Ecstasy of gold.
No, it's Magnificent Seven, but yeah, same kind of.
Close. Yeah, it's not actually. Yeah, similar. Anyway, yeah, you set off on your horses, which I'm gonna name in a moment when I think of them. Dirkram Goat Mountain. No. Anyway, but yeah, you set off on your mounts. Findun, as per Dwarven tradition, having it a bit harder than the rest of you.
So we tie his feet to the stirrups.
Yeah. But yeah,
Do they reach? I don't know.
they do.
Don't I get
Royale,
pulled
you've
or
been
something?
entrusted with the map, just so you know.
Okay. Right. I am going to say that regularly we're going to pull up, let the horses have a bit of a breather, and I'm going to take Varys's lead on where he thinks we are. And the two of us between us will try and keep ourselves on track on the map.
Mm-hmm.
The grounds that I'm guessing that a ranger who can't be from too far away in this area.
Yeah.
Should also know where the flaming forests are and shouldn't suddenly go, oh, look, I'm in a forest. Game plan.
Varys has been here once or twice, and he has not ever encountered a forest, which is, he says, potentially a positive or potentially negative. Because it means the likelihood can't be that high of us running into one, but if he does, he's actually not going to be any the wiser than the rest of you, in theory.
But he should be able to sense the trees a little better than us.
In theory, yes. Yeah, he should be able to. If you'd like to make me a... Navigation's not a thing, just...
Survival?
Yeah, survival well with advantage, because you're Varys's help.
I'd really rather not. Okay. That would be a 13.
Okay. Well, once you figure out you've got the map upside down, you start going the right way. You have some cute confusion about, like, but it says we're going this way, but I swear we're going more in this direction. And wait, it's okay, it's this way, right? Yeah, okay, right. We're good now. It's this way.
This is why we've been going round and round in circles for.
What do the guys say about forests? Probably
You won't know you're in one
until they're too deep.
until you're in one.
Then just keep going.
It's basically this point, just keep going, but you know. But yeah,
like the step, it just goes on forever.
Mm.
Flat.
There's a couple of times where you kind of come up with this contingency plan that if Varys says they want to get down, you're gonna jump off the horses and lie down in the long grass and try and get the horses to go down if there's any like birds, or if he sees the thing. And there's a couple of times, once maybe as a joke, you're not sure, but then there's a couple of times where you guys all get hidden, but it's a smaller bird.
My standard thing is when we jump off the horses, I hand my horse's reins to probably Findon, I would have thought. On the grounds that if I need to suddenly be large and leather and scaly, doing it whilst holding onto the horse's reins may not be a great idea.
This is true. But yeah, you walk through the first day. The weather is actually rather nice, given it is essentially winter. At this point, it's not too cold. You stop regularly for the horses. You've had quite a ready supply of streams at the moment, so water hasn't been a concern yet. That's worth noting. You're not in the proper grasslands yet. You're still in Zihao, which is more earthy. But yeah, you can start to see greener pastures ahead as you come to the end of the first day of riding. Riding is definitely sped up the speed. Sped up the speed, but yeah.
Sped up the speed.
Yeah, but it comes to the evening, and it starts to get dark, and Harren would ride up and say, "Do you want us to continue, or are we gonna camp for the night?" And Varys would chip in, "My vision in the night is good, but I can't see that far into the sky. I don't know how well that bird can see. Traveling at night may be a risk."
I think trying to avoid a forest at night might be a risk as well.
That too.
I now have 120 feet of dark vision. It's not those goggles last time. So, I mean, that's some way into the sky.
Yeah, you're kind of like, well, I can see 120 feet.
I can see big.
But I can see nothing.
It looks like black.
I think time to camp.
Possibly. Also, it gets pretty cold in the night in steppes.
Not inside a tiny hut.
Yes.
So you're going to set up Lehman's tiny hut.
Oh, I'm going to set up Lemon's tiny hut. I'm going to make sure that there is something 20, 30 feet away from it that we can focus on in a couple of directions. So just like, a stick in the ground or something that means that when we're inside it, we can go, yeah, we can still see it. It's not now cocooned in a snake.
Yep, there's some light sticks and some some sticks, some rocks, some stumps, some almost boulders.
Okay. I'll camp for the night.
Yep, you guys
Yep.
have no problem. You've got some stuff.
And you said we're not in snake area. You said.
You're
Right.
let's take it.
Okay. Just checking.
And the safest thing to do is not climb the trees. We established this before we left town.
In this, yeah.
The Great Prophet has proclaimed that multiple times.
I've
Where
just realised my mic's been muted.
Oh, right.
I just realised that I've got to say the Great Prophet has never said that. Yeah.
And there we go. But yeah, you guys head off to sleep. And yeah, you get to sleep absolutely fine inside the tiny hut. Sure enough, Rael, you have a strange dream. To be fair, just Rael this time. It's not everyone. But Rael, you have a dream, and you hear a voice again, which you think is your father's voice, but there's something off about it. It sounds a bit different, but it's definitely his. You definitely recognize it. It says, Rael, this will seem strange, and that is because it is. I'm speaking to you in your mind. You may think it's a dream, and but I mean it is a dream, but it's also not. I'm gonna stop. Basically, I have some important information that you need to hear.
Right.
Now, I know that you might not trust me, and I completely understand that. But just listen to this, okay? I know that we had stories about dryads and tree spirits in the Elven village, and I'm pretty sure that I told you some of them myself. They're a bit fantasy-esque. Dryads are not as lovely and fantastic, maybe, as we made out. They're a real danger, and they're very powerful and have strong magic. I now know that you're probably going to be wondering how I know about dryads and where you are, and in time this will be revealed. And I'm going on a bit. I'm gonna stop. Good luck, and I know this will be really weird, and you'll wake up really confused. But just concentrate, stay together, and everything will be fine. Yeah, go, Team Hope. And you wake up having had the strangest dream. Like, even though it was just a voice in your head, it was this it was this very strange dream. Your father was
Smoking dope. It's what my father must have been doing. I'd go for senile, but that's not normally a thing in elves.
no.
So, okay. I'm going to ponder on this while I'm checking how long there is left on the dome and looking out to see what's outside and whether or not there's anything that's that's unusual out there.
Nah, still just from what you can see is what you could see before. There's definitely no snakes. Make me yeah, make me a perception check.
Nope. Go with me a sec. It's 13 on the dice, and that will go up to. I believe that makes it an 18.
Okay.
Yep.
It's kind of like what I was saying about the voice. Something about, like, it's dark, and it's very hard to see. And you're looking out, and you can remember well enough, like, what's around you. It seems somehow different, and you don't know how, but something seems a bit like off about the surroundings.
Okay, I'm going to take a stone, dig a stone out of the ground, and I'm going to throw it through the walls of the hut.
Yep.
And listen to see if it bounces off anything outside.
Okay. It does as a stone does. It just.
Wait, So can you throw stuff through Leonard's tiny hut?
From the inside out, yeah.
But once it's out, can it not come back in?
Nope. No, it's
So
impervious.
it's a one-way kind of thing.
I've got a feeling I can check if I need to, but I've got a feeling that if I cast it while you're in it, you can walk out and then walk back in, but nobody
I
can
think
walk
so.
in from outside.
I think so. I would say so anyway, but
So yeah, we can't leave and just come back then, I'm guessing.
Yeah, you could,
Oh, wait.
but nobody
So-
could walk back in from outside. But if I throw an inanimate object out, that
can't
inanimate
walk back in.
object will just bounce off it if it gets thrown back at it.
Ah,
And anybody else walking
Well,
up to the outside won't be able to get through or see through.
what about objects that are carried through? Can they be carried back?
Oh, yeah, no, if
Can
you
any
go out
object-
and pick up that stone or anything else outside and walk back through, you can carry it through.
All right.
Just an inanimate object by itself.
Okay.
We've got Harren with us.
Yep.
Is it kind of? It's still kind of middle of the night. Everybody else is still asleep.
It's
Oh.
Oh.
Anyone else? Cut out?
For once, it's not me. And we all level up to level 10.
Oh, yeah.
We set fire to the forest and burn it to the ground, destroying the dryads. And the smoke poisons Evgil, the monstrous Evgil, and it falls out of the sky.
Sorry, that's all loose ends. All
Yeah.
right.
A meteorite streams out of the sky with the antithesis power cuts.
Oh, no. Has his power actually completely gone?
Yes. Apparently.
Well,
Well, if there
this
is
could be a
anybody
very
watching,
short session.
yeah.
It could be it's coming back on in a bit. Power cuts either extremely long or extremely short, I suppose.
Jacob's just dropped a note to say, what's happened?
Yeah.
No.
It's fine here, I think. Hope.
Yeah, powers. I'm just like, I don't know, we're on completely different boxes, I think. But yeah, my power's fine. Maybe you could get a phone.
Ah, he says it's back.
Oh,
Oh,
He doesn't want to use his
does someone use as well?
he doesn't want to end up he'd have to use mobile data to do that, which
Yeah.
will
that was it.
kill his mobile data. So I'm trying to work out. I think I've woken up in the middle of the night and we're now in a forest. I think the forest has moved over us.
looks like it. So that's what the guy meant by thing.
Hurons.
Forest.
Yeah.
What causes the forest? Right? Did he say what's it called? So the druids will basically attack us even if we don't have worm things. Is that basically what's happening?
Dryads, not druids.
Druids.
Dryads.
Yeah.
There's definitely a
What's the
difference there.
between a dryad and a druid?
A druid is somebody who has devoted themselves to nature, where a dryad is a tree spirit.
Ah, yeah. I get it.
And I'm desperately trying. I got the monster manual out in case I need to change into anything, but I don't want to open it at the dryad page. Ollie's dropped.
Should we take like a 5-minute break then? Because
I guess.
Alright. Yeah, I'm gonna be right back then. While he's not here.
Yeah.
All right.
grab a drink and stuff. Oh wait, no.
I've seen a few.